Historical development of maps. Maps are among our oldest tools. People created maps even in primitive times. For instance, men and women sketched their routes to hunting, fishing, and gathering grounds. Today, we also prepare maps for many purposes. However, mapmaking has passed through many stages of development since its beginning. The two main stages of the historical development of mapmaking are A. Traditional mapmaking, B. Modern mapmaking. A traditional mapmaking. The art of traditional mapmaking is as old as the human race. Traditional maps have been made in many ways. For example, early map materials included sticks, shells, clay tablets, parchment, paper, and solid plates of silver. Many traditional maps were locational. For example, they have shown the locations of water holes and hunting grounds and have included paths that led to these places. Another main difference between traditional and modern maps is that a traditional map might include drawings of three-dimensional objects. As a result, a traditional map might be somewhat pictographic or physiographic, rather than strictly diagrammatic. Most traditional maps are sketch maps. For example, look at this ancient world map that Eratosthenes drew. B. Modern mapmaking. The modern science of mapmaking has its basis in the 17th century. The various developments that took place during the Renaissance gave way to accurate mapmaking, cartography. Furthermore, advancements in science and technology resulted in the invention of better cameras and airplanes specially designed to take aerial photographs. Today, mapmakers have diverse opportunities to acquire spatial information. In addition to aerial photography, satellite imagery provides a wealth of information. Nowadays, computers have come to be close friends of mapmakers. This is because they have become invaluable in making maps. In the last 3 decades of the 20th century, computers have been seen as an integral part at almost every stage of the cartographic process. They play roles in the collection, storage, analysis, and presentation of data, and even in the mapping and reproduction of maps. This makes the Geographic Information System, GIS, indispensable to modern mapmaking. A GIS needs a geographic database of, for example, a digital record of geographic information. The first step in developing a GIS is to create the geographic database from such sources as maps, field surveys, aerial photographs, satellite imagery, and so forth. The Global Positioning System, GPS. 2 uses of maps. The map is geography's most important tool. It is also one of the most flexible tools in terms of the information it presents and the uses we can make of it. For example, it can present very simple information or highly detailed results from a complicated geographical investigation. Maps are basically used for identifying locations, distance, area, and direction. Location: with the help of a map it is possible to locate a place in reference to another place. For example, Ethiopia's location can be expressed in terms of its neighboring countries, external landmasses, and water bodies. It is also possible to locate a place using astronomical grid references, parallels, and meridians. For example, the absolute location of Ethiopia is 30 and 15 in latitude and 330 longitude. Distance: it is possible to calculate the distance between 2 or more places on a map. This is done by using the scale of the map. For example, the air distance between Bahir Dar and Addis Ababa can be calculated by using a map of Ethiopia. Area: the area of a place, a country, a region, a continent, a subcontinent, or the whole world can be calculated from a map. This is done by measuring the length and the width of the given place on the map and by converting them to ground distances with the help of the scale of the map. Direction: a map can enable us to identify the direction and bearing of any place on the map. This is accomplished by referring to another place. For example, a map of Ethiopia can help us to find the direction and bearing of Mekelle by referring to Addis Ababa. Maps can be used to show the distribution of physical and human phenomena on the Earth's surface. Distribution maps show the locations of phenomena on the Earth's surface. For example, we use distribution maps for Ethiopia to show the presence of human and animal populations, minerals, and vegetation. Similarly, we use distribution maps to show patterns of settlement, temperature,